Hey guys, what's going on? Lucky here. So, at the shop, putting in some extra hours. It's getting dark outside. Got the wagon up on the rack. Figured I would share a project that I just honestly made up. I've been driving around with the Ride AirPod. This is the full air ride system. These are the exhaust tubes. All the sensors plug in right here. 2 pumps, obviously. These are the 4 corners of the car. And it's a 5-gallon tank. On this side is the fuse box and the control module. And it's all put on a piece of, feels like plexiglass. Not plexiglass, but some sort of Teflon or Delrin or something, I don't know. But mounted up, secured on there. I could disassemble the whole thing and hide the pieces everywhere, but the back of this thing was already kind of modified already. If you remember, I cut a big hole in where the spare tire used to be, and I put a Mustang gas tank in there. As you can see, drops right in, pump is installed. It's a Tanks tank, I got it from Holly. And the floor, which is sitting right there, it's not actually the floor, it's sort of the dead zone between the back seat and the storage area in the back. It was not being used. It's just dead real estate. Anything leaking under here? Nope, doesn't look bad. Yeah, you gotta love that floor right there. I do have a whole new floor. I got it from AMD Auto Metal Direct. And I will be getting around to putting that in. When I take the body off, I will be sandblasting the whole frame, updating the front suspension. The back is already 4-link. But the project at hand was, I figured now is the perfect opportunity to try and engineer some stuff. And I figure, why not? It's not like I'm gonna hurt anything. The thing was already rusted beyond, belief. So what I did today was I made a little tight 90 out of the gas tank. That's gonna go punch a hole right here. And then go up, because above, as long as it's above that, will be good. And as you can see, the filler neck is above all that. So we'll comb through that and go up and then go right to the filler. I'll clean that off and weld a new end on it. And that will be stock spot. Put gas in. Before I used to have to open the back, and I was fine with it. But, hello? I think it's in there somewhere. There it is, right there, then rotate it around. Anyway, so I have a floor pan. Is it over here or out front? It might be in the other side. That's the old rear deck. But it's very similar to this right here. This is what bolts to the. Sorry about that. Battery went dead right in the middle of when I was talking. I'll have to play it back and see where I left off. Anyway, lowered the car. Like I said, I did the fuel filler on the tank right there. I'm going to punch a hole right here. Run hose right through there, or hardline tubing right through there. Then do a hose from the fill neck. As long as this is higher, it should fill with no problem. But there's the incision I made. Maybe you can see better from in here. So yeah, it's gonna be a 32.5 by 12 inches. And then I'm gonna build a box that drops right inside there, and then use a piece of angle iron directly under the tank right there for reinforcement. And then you can see the line, or the reinforcement, the notching in the floor. There's actually a panel that goes across all this right here. and then the door that goes in the back. So it should be pretty cool. And when I replace all of this floor from the auto metal direct floor I got sitting right over there on the wall, it goes right up to where we put the 4-link in underneath here. And then I'll make a new piece for that. So it should be pretty okay. Yeah, everything was going fine today. It was nice and quiet. As a matter of fact, that 66 is running right now, so I got a ton of stuff done on that. So felt good about that, and figured I would just take a couple minutes and I don't know, cut my car in half, kinda. So yeah, I've got a bunch of projects, like all sort of, I'm in the middle of a few things right now. But yeah, I think it's gonna be kind of cool with that in there, and then put the false floor back in. There'll be a nice air gap of at least 5 inches. So that will allow it to breathe. I may even, yeah, I can put some silencer or something on the false floor that goes inside there. Keep it a lot quieter. And then potentially, obviously gonna dump the exhaust out. When you dump it, it blows air off, and that'll go under the car. And then, yeah, maybe figure out some way to put a filter on there so it always has fresh air in there, but we don't have to smell anything, some sort of a bladder or baffle. Should be good. I'll put that in there. I'm gonna do a nice Berber carpet that lays in the back here, or a nice big carpet insert. Since I'm not hesitant to load up an engine in the back of stuff, or whatever, pile parts and stuff back here, I usually get carpet. And this is I don't know, sort of a cheat or a tech tip, I guess. I will go to a remnants place. I'll make the pattern out of cardboard or paper. They're completely familiar with that whole idea. And go in there and find the carpet I want. Usually I'll go with like a dark color. And then they will actually bind the edges, so it's like a throw rug, and then put a no-slip surface on the back, which is like thick rubber. And it's kind of cool because I'll take the whole thing and flip it over, and I can pile all kinds of parts on it. Don't worry about stains or anything. And then if I go to a show or something, I will then take it out, wipe it off, and flip it over. You'll look in the back and it'll be like nice carpet. I'll probably get red carpet to match the interior, because the interior will be red. Murder red, ox blood red, like a dark red. Should look pretty cool. Anyway, getting the alert that the battery's getting ready to die again. I did not have this thing on the charge long enough. Okay, so I found some sheet metal over there. It's a little bit thin for what I was hoping for. I think this stuff is like 19 or maybe 18. But I've made a couple of ends, rolled the edge over. I've made the front and the back. I didn't have enough metal to do a full 32-inch lower, 32 by 14. Then I'm gonna bend up the edges, kind of put it all together. I figured this all out in my head. I have not done something like this since, I wanna say, Metal Shop. So let's just see how this works out. Alright, that should leave me with just over 12 inches as the floor for the area that's going to hold the compressor base, or the air pod, which is 12 inches exactly. We should roughly be 12 and a half. We'll just put it in the brake. I'm sorry, in the fender. See how this goes. Okay, so I welded all the way around, as you can see, and then I used seam sealer to hit all the corners. When this thing drops in, it will seal nice. I also put some angle iron down there, 3/4 inch. So when I drop it in there, it will be reinforced all the way around. So now let's paint it black, put it back. Hey, unit 17? Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool, man. Vintage air, perfect. Been waiting for that.
There you go.
Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate you.
Yeah, it's cool. See you later, man.
Thanks, buddy. Handled. That's going to dry. It will then be black, or flat black. This isn't gloss. Then it drops right in that hole right there. Put some anchor bolts on it. Maybe hit it with some seam sealer. Just a note that most of this will all be cut out and redone. I'm going to obviously use that section and that section, probably the side walls, but the entire floor, and then where I filleted up there to get the shocks to fit, that's all going to be raised up. But for now, put this all together, hit it with some Dynamat to seal it up, and then I'll be able to put the floor panel up there, and then put the rear trunk access. There's the floor panel I was talking about the other day. Everything will be stashed underneath there. I think I may even hinge that so that it tilts, so that you can see the Ride AirPod. But putting this whole thing together because this year the Wagon has been approved to go on Hot Rod Power Tour. If nothing changes, I'm driving this thing for 5 or 7 days through the Midwest. I think it's the Midwest. I know it's Kentucky, Indianapolis, I think Champaign, Illinois, I believe. I'm not sure. I didn't look at the list. I just saw Hot Rod Power Tour. Count me in. Anyway, I will be I'll be talking more about that and doing more posts about that as we get closer to the date. For right now, let's get this thing back together. Okay, so factory floor is installed. Seats folded up. Everything's where it should be. Only thing I have left to do now is the fill neck. So that's the next thing. Actually going to be able to make that go down just a little bit more because I made it so that the gas tank sits on top of that. So when I got a little fuel out of the tank, it's a little too heavy to lift right now. I will lift it up, let that drop down. That's when I'll drill through and put bolts. For right now, gravity. Fear is holding it in place. Let's see if everything works. Okay, everything is installed. The fill neck is routed over here and then comes up about 3 inches higher than that for the fill spot. That should be more than enough to fill this thing up. I will do a little video when I get to the gas station. It's actually completely full right now. But yeah, take this thing out for a little spin, see how that works. And yeah, excited to see how the air ride sounds when you're inside the car. Before it was just a little bit too loud, but I was actually in the cabin with it. So now it's its own little compartment. I'm gonna throw some carpet in the back for now. I'll throw a couple of blankets in there just to simulate carpeting before I put that in. That's it, you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Leave a comment if you're doing something kind of cool on social media. Post a picture of it and tag me so that I can check it out. I try to look for all those that I can. Well, that's it, you guys. Thanks a lot. Stay safe out there. See ya.